to you and welcome to Adelante Chicago. I'm Lourdes Duarte. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bienvenido. So we are less than 2 weeks away from a very important day that you should remember. It is known as Equal Pay Day, and for Latinas, it puts a spotlight on pay inequity in hundreds of industries. So joining us to explain a little bit more about this really important date that we need to remember is Linda Xochitl Tortolero. She is the president and CEO of Mujeres Latinas en Acción. Nice to have you with us. Hello.
Hello, thank you so much for having me today.
Of course. Of course. So I want to get right to it and talk about this very important day because it is Equal Pay Day, right? So tell me what this specific day in the calendar represents and what it means.
Sure. So Latina Equal Pay Day is October 21st this year. And it really marks the time by which, or the date by which Latinas earn what a white man earns in this country. So typically by this date, Latinas earn 55 cents of what what it takes a white man to earn for $1.
Okay, got it. So it would take them an entire 10 months, right, to get to that level, to that same level, if that sort of makes sense. Explain, though, what it has been like for Latinas during this pandemic, because they are facing so many issues right now.
Sure. So Mujeres sits at a unique intersection. We understand the financial inequities that Latinas face, and we understand the structural barriers that they are up against every day. During the pandemic, we witnessed firsthand the financial hardships of our community. We saw that there was more need for case management services and crisis support because of the financial hardships they were experiencing. Many in our community are frontline workers, and if they were survivors of violence, the experiences that they've had were even more severely felt.
Wow. Okay, so I know that Mujeres Latinas en Acción does events and projects throughout the year to help our local women here in Chicago, but what are you hoping to do with this October 21st date? How are you sort of blowing this up to make sure that folks know about these pay inequities out there?
So Latina pay equity is assuring that advocacies and policies align to address the systemic barriers that Latina workers face. It is being intentional with compensation and fostering an environment to lift them and their families out of poverty, and in the long term supporting Latina generational wealth. So at Mujeres, we are about to embark on a 3-year plan by looking internally to address some of those inequities, starting with our HR policies, procedures, and pay scales to better align us towards a more equitable future. And we're really looking forward to being part of a movement in the gender-based violence sector to help to lift the salaries of and the compensation of our counselors, therapists, and advocates who work hard every day to help survivors of gender-based violence.
Are there industries where you think we're seeing these pay inequities a little bit more than others? I mean, I know that for a lot of Latinas, the service industry is one that we are oftentimes involved in. Are you seeing it at a greater level there than in other industries? Kind of talk to me about that.
Sure. So I would also say that meatpacking industries, the food industry, who picks our food out in the agricultural sector, Latinas make up a huge part of that workforce. We're also very overrepresented in construction. And so I think that is something that we have to definitely shine more light on, is that Latinas make up a huge part of the workforce that, generally speaking, are not receiving the compensation that they should, and are really part of the systems of oppression that we're trying to tackle at Mujeres Latinas and along with our partners.
Okay, so if people are watching at home and some ladies want to be a part of this great big campaign, what can they do?
So first of all, I think it's really important to inform everyone. So let your friends and family know that Latina Equal Pay Day is a day of observance that really marks, the time of year that it takes Latinas to earn what other white men earn in the country. And I think that creating just that awareness is very important. And I think it's also important to give back to any of the sectors where workers are fighting for equal pay, for stronger pay and compensation, and to always think about how they can contribute to that fight.
Okay. And in the meantime, you guys are gearing up for a 50-year anniversary that's coming up in the next year and a half or so. So I know you've got big plans for that as well.
Yes, so we are very excited to be the longest standing Latina organization in the country. We'll be 50 years old in 2023. And as part of that effort, we are going to, one, create a legacy fund to really make sure that we have a strong financial base for the next 50 years, which is vitally important. And I think the other thing that we're thinking about is how do we make sure that we document our legacy by expanding our archives, as well as thinking of actually taping many of our wonderful founders and leaders that have been present for Mujeres throughout the years, and making sure we can document our history.
All right, very cool. For all of that, people can visit your website, mujereslatinasinacion.org. I will make sure we post that on our Facebook page as well, in case people want to follow you and get a little bit more information about both the 50th anniversary and the Latina Equal Pay Day. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
All right, enjoy.